Welcome back, kings and queens, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Hope King and I'm the designer behind King's Designs MD. Today I'm just showing you guys how I put together some note sets, some memo pad sets. This is one that I did for my son. It was a Miles Morales theme. That's his favorite version of Spider-Man. But I'm just using this particular one as a template to show you how I do them just in general. So I'm going to take the name out. I'm going to put something in here like Jane Doe. Let me make it better. So I'm going to put Talisha Smart. I don't know what Talisha Smart, but I'm just putting it in there just to make it look good. I have all this grouped. I'm going to ungroup it because I want to delete this out. And I want to add something else. Now, I had somebody reach out to me. They were interested in getting something for their kids' cheerleading group. And so I thought this, I went into Elements, I typed in cheerleading, and then this is one of the things that popped up. Now, I know for this particular cheer team, their color is purple. And so I'm going to try to get this, too small. I'm trying to keep everything lined up with the original sizing. But for this particular cheer team, their color is purple. So what I'm going in here and doing is I am changing out some of these design elements to be purple so that they will be reflective of this particular cheer team. And, you know, they have a more personalized or customized effect for the team. Now, I do a lot of African American designs, but this design is for Caucasian girls. So, I am going to find like a nice peachy color skin tone. I don't want to make it too bright white. Because the background is going to be white. But what I do when I create these designs is I go in, I put in a square. So I am just going to, I don't want to duplicate my page, I want to add a page, just a blank page. So I will go into Elements, I will pick a square, and I'm just going to leave it large for you guys to see. And then I will go back into Elements, I will pick another square, and then I will make it slightly smaller, and just scaling it down by the side, making it smaller, and then I want to try to center it. Now, the top square I am going to make white, and then, see, that gives it that nice trim around it, and then I'm going to add a text box. So you can go to your text box by clicking text, add a heading. I'll put my own name in here. And I usually put from the desk of at the top. You don't have to do that. You can just leave it blank. You could just leave it with the person's name. You don't have to put from the desk of. But this is a pretty nice gift to give like coworkers and things like that if you don't know what to give them, especially around holiday time. This is just a nice option. Let me scale that down. Typically I scale the name down to fit, you know, in the middle. You can change your font. If you follow me for a while, you know PlayScript is one of my favorite fonts. I do have certain fonts that are like my go-tos, my favorites. So this one's cute. This is a new one I found called Brittany. So you can use something like that. And then again, if you went to Elements, you put your person in here and just drop them in the corner. Now, because of, you know, the size of this particular design, because I have it so large, I want to scale her up to be a little bigger, but you make it how you want to make it. I want to change my elements out again to be purple, just to coordinate, and I would do something like that. So that's really cute. If you don't want the white background, you can change it to something like a light gray. And that's cute as well. But I'm going to keep mine white. Once you do this, you can group it all together. You highlight everything together. You shrink it down to the size that you want it to be. And then you move it into your position, wherever you want it. Now, the next thing I do is I duplicate it out. So, I duplicate that, and then I highlight these two together, so I'm not duplicating one by one, and I duplicate it out. And that way I can move these two together down. And I do the same thing one more time with my set of two, and I duplicate it out, because that way I now have a set of 6 per page that I can print. And I don't know why. I missed something there. Make sure when you're duplicating them out, you grab all the elements. I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete these. Oh, okay. I don't want to be a challenge today. So, grab all your elements, hit duplicate, and try to make sure all your elements move down with you. And then you do the same thing again, duplicate, and make sure all your elements move down. Oh, come on. Alright, so you move all your elements down. And as you can see, sometimes you got to take your time a little bit. If you go too fast, you might not grab everything. Now, be careful about working too close to the edge, because depending on your printer, when you go to print, some of your margins are cut off. But this is basically it. I am going to add one more page because I want to show you what I also do next. Now, I do these, make sure I get all my pieces in here. I do these as memo sets, like a 3x3. I also do these as a larger set for a notepad. You can make it however you want to make it, but I extend it out. I'm going to group all this together. I had to slow myself down and extend it out. Now, the reason I slow down is because I want to make sure I get all my pieces in here for you guys to see. And I want to be able to shrink and manipulate the way I need to. Now, you can do this as a big memo pad, and you can do it as a notebook cover. So if you extend it all the way out, you can adjust your height and everything. And I'm trying to see where that is right now, because typically on the sides you have where you can scale in and out. So I'm going to ungroup mine and see if it'll allow me to see that now. Yep. So typically on my notepads, I make them more like a rectangle. So move it around like that. Move my name back over so it's centered. And then you have more of a rectangle shape. And I will zoom out so you can see more of a rectangle shape for a notepad. And I'm going to move that over. And you want to scale everything to fit the size of what you're actually doing. So since I'm moving this to being a larger memo pad size, I want to scale my font down, or scale my font up or down, whichever way you're going, because of the size of the one you're working on. And then I would scale my name down because it looks huge to me. And you can leave this person this size or not. Now I would go back and I would group it again just to keep all my elements together, and then I usually rotate it. And the reason I rotate it is just so that when I get it on this sheet of paper, I can duplicate it out, and I try to get the most out of any piece of paper, cardstock, or whatever I'm using for that. So you'll see that's that. You see I have it here, something similar. And then my big notebook style. And so for the notebook style, you do the same thing that you would for the other two. You're just scaling it up. So if I duplicated her one more time, moved her down here, I'm going to now rotate her back. I want her to 0 so she's straight. I'm going to now ungroup because I want to be able to resize everything appropriately. So I'm going to ungroup, and I am going to zoom out a little bit so I can see everything. So moving things around just so you guys can see. I want to get my purple going to the size that I want it, and that looks like a good size to me. You can eyeball, you can do whatever suits your fancy. You want to scale the white insert to the size that you want. Once again, whatever size you want. And then typically on the notebook cover, I usually make the design bigger. So I want to make it bigger. Many times I would center it. And so you would see here, the name is bigger and centered. And then I also take out from the desk of on the notebook cover and just leave it Hope King. I would expand it out. And then this is the Hope King notebook cover. Now, the notebook cover, you do have to be mindful of your design because the edge here is typically where you're going to punch your holes when you actually go to put it in your cinch machine or Cricut. When you put it in Cricut on your mat, you're going to notice the holes on the side. So some people would prefer to move their design completely over. That's up to you. But this is how you would design a set. You can print these out as much as you want. As you can see, you get 2, 4, 6 on this one. You get 2 on that one. And you get 1 notebook cover. The notebook cover I will print out on cardstock. These papers I will print out on regular printer paper. And I will be showing you how I assemble it probably in another video. So that's how you design a memo set. I hope this helps somebody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If it's anything in particular you guys want to see me do, please comment and let me know.